was nice winning a game right there. Obviously, it was a situation where, you go into the third period, you win the period or tie the period, you win the game and you get all 3 points. So, obviously them tying it up, and then they had really good momentum. I thought the first 10 minutes of the third period, I actually had the last after our power play in the second period, that kind of deflated us, and I thought they kind of carried the play the last 6 minutes of the second period and the first 7 or 8, 9 minutes of the third period. But then we got into a rhythm, and once we got into that rhythm, I thought it was up and down, it was back and forth, up and down, and we just looked a lot more comfortable out there. But I thought the first 10 minutes it was, the better team was in red. There's no question. Who knows? I mean, these 3-on-3s, Christian, it's flip a coin. It's just making the right play at the right time. And what happened is pretty common in a 3-on-3. Both their guys went to Rosie. We did a little crisscross, and once you have a crisscross in any sport right there, you can get crossed up. And what happened, both of the guys went to Rosie, and Rosie just made a little play to Marty, and those guys attacked. They attacked 2-on-1 with some pretty good speed, and it was nice that they were both right-handed because, Marty made a heck of a play, but Ross was in a really good shooting. He was in a good shooting spot inside the dots. Their goaltender was just off his angle, just a titch, and Ross made a good play. So I'm not going to necessarily, say, hey, that carried over. Because 3-on-3 is just flip a coin, a lot of luck, all that kind of stuff. That's all it is. 100%. I mean, it's exactly, and that's what happens 3-on-3. There's more space. You can cut back. You can create a little separation. You can obviously pick a little bit, or sometimes what you can do is just occupy that space right there. You're not necessarily making contact, but you're slowing that person up. So it's probably more like 3-on-3 is probably more like basketball than the 5-on-5 is, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Well, it was frustrating, and it was a perfect night for Ferris. I even told our guys, I go, hey, it's a situation where I'm happy with what we're doing, but the mindset of the other locker room, it could have been 5-0. We hit 5 posts overall, and we missed an open net. We hit 3 or 4 in the first period. I said they dodged a bullet. They know that, so you better be ready. Is what we talked about. It's, the mindset of a hockey player, how important it is, or an athlete for that matter, in these games. So things can go your way, but if you don't score, it doesn't matter. And a lot of things went our way tonight, but at the end of the day, we only had one. Till that overtime goal. So we felt we could have taken care of business early in the game, but it just didn't transpire. Yeah, we did. There's no question. That's not an easy team to play against. They defend hard. They're long, they're big. They're really good in the zone, as far as they're defending. And then when they get a puck, they're just flipping it. They're trying to get their offense generated. They're trying to stretch a guy and that's how they're trying to get their 5-on-5 offense. Obviously the goal tonight was on the rush, but by and large, it gets dicey because your defensemen really have to honor the guy who's going to fly the zone. So they're not an easy team to play, and that style of play, how they play, is even way more difficult when you go to Ferris because it's such a small rink.
I don't know. It was kind of in the moment play. I was trying to get up the ice, but had to turn back there, and I saw Marty going up the ice and try to catch 2 other guys sleeping. So it was just not a really designed play. We were just going off feel, and Roscoe could bear that one, so it was good.
Yeah, just building off this and taking that into Northern Michigan. It was a good bounce back game for us, and they defend hard, like Rosie said, but we were managing, we tried to get as many bodies in front tonight, switch up our game plan, but obviously they had a good goaltender again, so but you know what, it was good that we came up on top.
No, we talked about it a lot this year that we kind of got away from our system last year, and this year we kind of want to get back with the grinder mindset, get pucks on net, funnel pucks, and get a lot of shots on net. That's why we want to create offense this year, and I feel like we've executed that well these first 8 games, and we can just keep on growing here. We've had games with over 30 shots every game, I think, so we can just build off this.